Welcome to the Explainer. Today we are completely demystifying the enterprise software landscape for manufacturing. And we're going to tackle something that's honestly just as crucial, the human side of digital transformation. If you have ever felt like your factory floor is totally disconnected from your top floor data, or, if you're struggling to get your team on board with new technology, you are absolutely in the right place. We're going to break down exactly how to align your tech stack and your talent for real, tangible execution. Okay, let's dive right into this. Because this right here, this is the multi-million-dollar question that plagues literally almost every manufacturing leader today. What is happening right now on the production floor? It sounds like such a simple question, doesn't it? But as we're going to see, the legacy technology systems we've traditionally relied on, well, they really struggle to give us a real-time, actionable answer without relying on a whole bunch of manual workarounds.
Here's our roadmap for today. We'll be looking at 1. The manufacturing systems challenge. 2. Comparing the ERP platforms. 3. The execution layer, which is Harmony AI. 4. The human challenge of change management. And 5. Connecting people, technology, and AI.
Let's start with Section 1, the Manufacturing Systems Challenge. So the biggest mistake manufacturers make when evaluating software is lumping all these massive enterprise names into a single generic category. People just assume all enterprise software solves all problems, right? But this fundamental misunderstanding creates massive execution gaps right where the actual work happens. Whether we're talking about legacy software or modern cloud solutions, they are fundamentally built to act as systems of record first. Don't get me wrong, they're incredibly valuable for process management, high-level planning, financial tracking, all that good stuff. But because they're designed for the back office and long-term planning, they leave frontline operators essentially depending on manual reporting, clipboards, and what I like to call spreadsheet glue, just to figure out what needs to change during this exact shift.
Which brings us to Section 2, comparing the ERP platforms. And this brilliantly illustrates exactly what we're talking about.
To really understand the market, we've got to break down the major players and absolutely bust the myth that all enterprise software does the exact same thing. Let's look at the big four: SAP, S/4HANA, and Oracle Fusion. These are your heavy hitters serving complex global enterprises. SAP is just unmatched for deep, multi-plant planning and global standardization. Oracle, on the other hand, is fantastic when you need to unify finance, supply chain, and manufacturing into one single cloud architecture. Then you've got Microsoft Dynamics 365, which gives you a super flexible app suite, perfect if you need workflow extensibility within the whole Microsoft ecosystem. And finally, Epicor Kinetic offers native, built-in manufacturing depth specifically designed for the mid-market.
Just to go a little bit deeper here, SAP really requires a much heavier implementation rigor. It is built for organizations that demand strict global process consistency, handling intense capacity and material constraints. Oracle, meanwhile, focuses heavily on tight cloud-native enterprise integration. It's very often the go-to choice for finance-heavy organizations that really want their manufacturing execution deeply, deeply tied to their corporate financials in the cloud.
Now, contrasting those two with our next pair, Microsoft Dynamics 365 is really all about broad business integration. It connects seamlessly with Azure and the Power Platform, which gives you easier extensibility without that heavy SAP-level footprint. Epicor Kinetic takes a totally different path. It is highly specific and manufacturing first. It was literally built directly with manufacturers in mind, making it an excellent fit for discrete and mixed-mode operations that want deep manufacturing capabilities without needing a massive overarching enterprise suite.
Let's move to Section 3 and see how this builds into the execution layer, Harmony AI.
Because here's the thing. No matter which of those ERPs you choose, you're still going to have that visibility gap on the factory floor that we talked about earlier. The simplest way to solve this is by viewing the market in a two-layer model. Layer 1 is your ERP backbone. That's your system of record, your SAP, Oracle, Epicor, whatever it might be. But Harmony AI acts as Layer 2. It's an execution intelligence layer. It's designed to sit right on top of your existing ERP. It absolutely doesn't replace your core system of record. Instead, it enhances it by providing real-time intelligence precisely where the physical work is actually being executed.
Harmony AI specifically targets that execution gap. Think about all the manual overhead that just bogs down a shift, right? The factory administration, the insanely complex production scheduling, the endless piles of manual paperwork. Well, Harmony AI automates those processes. By replacing the spreadsheets and manual reporting with an AI-driven layer, decisions can happen so much faster, right at the point of work. And that finally answers our initial question of what is happening right now on the floor.
Let's shift gears to Section 4, The human challenge of change management.
Because let's face it, deploying software is never just an IT project. It requires a fundamental human shift. We're drawing on some truly fascinating insights from IBM here to understand why the human element is what actually makes or breaks these tech investments. So the crucial point is this 15% metric. According to IBM, the annual cost of managing enterprise risk is expected to rise by 15% in the next year if digital transformation is mishandled. Basically, when organizations ignore the human side of change, when they just rely on static plans and ignore employee resistance, the change stalls out, and the financial risk to the enterprise absolutely shoots up.
But we can instantly contrast that risk with the potential reward, which is a whopping 73%. Talent management leaders report a 73% increase in employee engagement when AI is actively used to support the human side of change. Think about that. When you bring your people along using smart, adaptive tools, they don't just, merely tolerate the new software. They actually actively engage with it.
So how do we actually capture that 73% engagement? Modern change management uses 3 key AI-driven enablers. First up is personalization. This means using AI to tailor training and communication to specific roles so it's actually relevant to them. Second is amplification, using natural language processing to analyze sentiment and elevate employee voices, which helps you identify resistance nice and early. And third is measurement, using real data to track progress and value, completely moving away from those rigid, one-size-fits-all deployment plans of the past.
And that perfectly sets up Section 5, connecting people, technology, and AI.
For all the operational leaders watching us today, the real question is how you actually implement this 2-layer tech stack, the ERP backbone and the Harmony AI execution layer, without causing a total organizational revolt. Well, IBM provides an exact blueprint for this. Step 1, it starts with defining a clear vision grounded in real business outcomes, not just, hey, we're doing a software rollout. Step 2, you got to build trust through transparent data governance. Crucially, in Step 3, you have to reimagine end-to-end workflows, not just automate individual tasks. And finally, Step 4, AI must be deeply, deeply embedded into daily work and learning routines. It cannot just be layered on top as some optional tool that people can just choose to ignore.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how we actually define success here. You have to start with the why, so employees understand the relevance to their own daily lives. Use predictive analytics to spot resistance before it derails the whole project. You treat AI as a continuous, evolving capability. But most importantly, you measure actual impact. Success is absolutely not measured by how many software licenses you handed out or how many times people logged in. It's measured by genuine workflow redesign, tangible improvements in speed and quality, and lasting behavioral shifts on the factory floor. I want to highlight this specific quote from the Harmony AI source material because it just perfectly summarizes everything we've been talking about today. Most manufacturing inefficiencies don't come from a lack of effort. They come from a lack of alignment. I mean, spot on, right? True efficiency requires syncing your ERP backbone for planning, your Harmony AI execution layer for real-time action, and your human workforce through empathetic AI-driven change management. The whole shebang has to work together.
So I'm going to leave you with this provocative thought to consider for your own operations. Is your next technology upgrade just swapping out one system of record for another, or is it actually aligning your people for real-time execution? Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer. I really hope this challenges you to sort of reconsider your approach to enterprise tech and talent alignment and inspires you to build a much more connected, empowered manufacturing floor. Keep learning, and I'll catch you next time.